Welcome to another deep dive. Have you ever, found yourself wondering what truly separates those who win from everyone else?
Hmm.
Whether it's a local competition, maybe a grand sweepstakes, or even a really personal goal you're chasing, there's this universal human drive to succeed.
Yeah, definitely.
And it just seems some people possess this almost uncanny knack for making it happen again and again.
It's a common observation, isn't it? You see these individuals who seem to just defy the odds. And yeah, it naturally makes you wonder if there's some hidden formula, something beyond just, pure chance.
Absolutely. And that's pretty much our mission today. We're doing a deep dive into a really fascinating collection of articles, personal accounts, stuff from people who claim they've achieved these extraordinary wins.
Right.
We're going to explore their unique takes on luck, mindset, and strategy. The big question is, what if winning isn't just a roll of the dice? What if it's something you can actually actively influence?
It's a compelling idea. And our sources, they really challenge that conventional idea of luck. We'll be unpacking some, frankly, surprising perspectives and practical tips from these self-proclaimed contest pros and positive thinkers,
Okay.
really trying to understand what they believe drives their success. And you might find some genuinely surprising takeaways for your own life, your own pursuits.
All right, let's get into it. We're going to start by exploring what many of these winners credit as their most powerful tool, the power of the mind.
Uh-huh.
For them, it seems it's not about chance. It's really rooted in specific mental techniques.
That's right. And a key figure here is Helen Hadsell. She's often described as this psychic and positive thinker extraordinaire from Irving, Texas.
Okay.
And over 2 decades, she claims she won thousands of prizes. We're talking big stuff, too, like a $50,000 house, multiple cars.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Wow. That's an incredible record. So what was her secret? Was it some kind of magic or more like systematic?
Well, Helen was pretty clear it wasn't magic, not even religion. She called it a system and a perception.
A system and perception. Okay, what did she mean by that?
So the system part implied, a repeatable process. And perception was about how you consciously choose to see your desired reality. Her method involved screwing up her eyes and contemplating the dream.
Right.
Or, as she put it, vividly picturing the end result. Her advice was, picture the thing you desire as having already happened or taken place. And this is key. Don't think about failure.
So it's not just like casual wishing. It sounds more like intense, disciplined visualization. Do you have an example of her actually doing this?
Oh, definitely. So one time she wanted an outboard motor for her husband. She sat down, closed her eyes, and just fully immersed herself in the scene, picturing him fishing in a motorboat. The contest needed a Coca-Cola jingle. Her entry talked about Cokes being her silent partners while fishing alone. And then, 10 days later, she gets the call, won the motor.
Wow, just like that.
Pretty much. Another time, she wanted a specific blue and white car. She put little cards up everywhere saying blue and white car, constant visual reminders, while holding that image in her mind. Apparently, her mechanic was pretty stunned to see them plastered all over her old car's interior.
That's some serious dedication to focus. And she thought this worked for everything, not just contests.
Absolutely. She explicitly said these concepts applied to all parts of life. Contests were just, quote, the icing.
Okay.
Her fundamental belief was, if you really define what you want and hold an unwavering belief you'll get it, it becomes almost impossible for it not to happen.
So it's about manifesting desires generally, not just winning stuff. And what's interesting is this mindset isn't just for contests, folks. Our sources show it popping up with athletes, even lottery winners.
Exactly. Take Rick Clunn, the Zen Bassmaster. Professional bass angler, won over $1 million, 4 Bassmasters Classics.
Yeah, I think I've heard of him.
He approaches fishing on conscious, subconscious, and even, get this, superconscious levels, uses visualization a lot.
Right. Wasn't there that story about a premonition he had?
Yes, precisely. The night before a big tournament, he had this vivid vision of himself catching 4 specific big bass, leading to victory. The very next morning, he went out and did exactly that, replicated the vision. He credits living this from a book, U.S. Anderson's Magic of the Mind, which is all about tapping into subconscious powers. He said he's tried visualizing tournament outcomes only 5 times, and it worked perfectly 4 times, including 2 classic wins.
Wow. That's quite a success rate.
Yeah. And he sees fishing as more than just sport. It's a vehicle for him to explore human potential.
And wasn't his visualization sometimes tied to a bigger purpose, too? I remember something about a message on his shirt.
You got it. For his 1990 classic win, the purpose he visualized was highlighting the message, "The Earth does have limits, please recycle." So connecting personal achievement to broader values.
That's powerful. And this echoes in the lottery stories, too, right?
Very much so. Consider David Kikich. He said he willed himself to win the lottery, described entering a heavy trance of positive thinking.
A trance, like
Yeah.
meditative.
It sounds like it, yeah. Maybe self-hypnosis. He chanted wealth, success, vividly pictured the tickets being drawn, people congratulating him, hugging his wife, all of it.
Okay.
He actually credits a positive thinking course. Saw the mind as a computer that can't reject positive information. Basically, it processes what you feed it.
So it's almost like programming your own mind for the win.
Precisely. Or Sandra and William Yant. They won $1.1 million in the Ohio lottery. They were convinced it was a mix of positive thinking, meditation, and faith. Sandra's philosophy. Pile on positive thoughts inside and use affirmations to push out the negative ones. They even planned to teach workshops on it.
Teaching workshops. They must have really believed in it.
Oh, yeah. And then there's Regina M. Fornecker. She won $300,000 in Illinois, used a mind control relaxation tape and what she called planned programming.
Planned programming. Again, through that computer analogy.
Right. She pictured counting the $300,000. Imagine hearing, "Congratulations, you've won the big prize." She even said she felt cramps in her fingers from the energy, the concentration.
Whoa, actual physical sensations. That's intense.
It really speaks to this idea of thoughts as energy, that you can direct it. Cindy Farmer, who was inspired by Helen Hadsell, totally believes this.
Okay.
She visualizes the judges picking my name, the mailman bringing my winnings. She won a $25,000 jackpot, multiple vehicles.
And how does she explain it?
Pretty simply, actually. To me, thoughts are energy. They are good or bad. When you put your positive thoughts in it, you're building it. Eventually it will be built, like constructing something mentally.
Like mental architecture, building your wins.
Yeah.
I like that.
And psychic counselor Aline Cunningham reinforces this, says, your beliefs determine your life, and that thought forms or mind pictures are magnetic ones. They magnetize what you want to you. Her point is, nothing ever binds us except our own thinking. She even visualizes specific hotel rooms and gets them without knowing how it'll happen. The thought energy does the work.
That really connects to Claude M. Bristol's ideas from his book, Thought, Key Force Behind Achievement. He argues that everything, even your very life, is your thinking.
Exactly. And he says hard work alone will not bring success without that creative thinking and firm belief.
So it's not just effort, it's the belief behind the effort.
Right. He suggests your desire needs to be all-obsessing, thoughts and aims totally coordinated. That deep, unwavering belief supposedly sets inner forces in motion, acts like that magnet.
So wrapping up this section, what's the real insight for you, listening? It seems many successful people firmly believe that conscious, focused thought, vivid visualization, and really positive mindset aren't just nice-to-haves.
Right. They see them as fundamental to attracting what you want. It's about deliberately programming your reality by directing your mental energy. The active ingredient isn't just optimism. It's sustained, emotionally charged, specific mental focus.
That's a really powerful idea. But okay, while mind power is clearly huge for many, our sources show another side too. Which brings us to let's call it the art of the game. Strategy, persistence, and good old-fashioned hard work.
Yeah.
Is belief really enough? Or is there a tangible grind involved?
This is where we meet people like Richard Reed from Bartow, Florida, a self-described sweepstakes champ, won 5 cars, a Caribbean cruise, over $40,000 in other prizes.
Okay, 5 cars. So what stands out about his approach compared to, say, Helen Hadsell's visualization?
The sheer volume. He reported entering as many as 1,000 a year for the past 12 years. 1,000 entries a year.
Wow.
And his philosophy, a direct counterpoint. Luck does not have anything to do with it. I say it is hard work paying off.
Hard work. You completely dismiss his luck.
That's, a stark contrast. How did he put in all that hard work? What did it look like? Well, he spent about $35 a week just on stamps. Meticulously sent entries on little white index cards. He really worked the rules, leveraging anything that allowed multiple entries.
Right.
His winnings in 1 year, $17,000. Almost matched his day job salary of $22,000. And he lived by, never put all your eggs in one basket.
Smart.
Interestingly, even with all those car wins, he still drove his old 1978 Thunderbird.
So it's practical too, not just about accumulating stuff. Then there's Betty Owens, another experienced contester. 15-year winning streak, 2 $5,000 cash prizes. What are her practical tips?
Betty loved wordplay, writing. She did well in essay and last line contests. Her advice is super methodical.
Like what?
Okay, first, read the rules explicitly. Second, understand the judging charts, how they break down points for uniqueness, clarity, aptness, sincerity.
Ah, the criteria.
Exactly. And maybe most clever, know your judges. She learned different agencies had different preferences. New York Donnelly liked plain Jane sincerity. Chicago Donnelly was okay with more cleverness. D.L. Blair wanted really creative, unusual stuff.
So she tailored her entries based on who was judging.
Precisely. She adapted her style. Huge strategic advantage.
That makes sense. She also mentioned having the right tools of the trade.
Yeah, she stressed having a good dictionary, rhyming dictionary, thesaurus, keeping up with contests, bulletins. She even said her office was literally under her hat, always thinking, working on ideas in the back of her head. Continuous mental effort.
It's a constant engagement. And beyond these strategies, there's this theme of just sheer volume. We saw it with Richard Reed, Harriet Brown too, right?
Oh yeah, Harriet Brown firmly believed the trick to winning is to enter lots of contests lots of times. She was often involved in like 75 or 80 contests at one time.
75 or 80.
Simultaneously. And Kathleen Pittman echoes this, submitting an average of 100 entries for each contest. She entered about 80 contests a year.
100 entries per contest.
And she even mailed them from different mailboxes at different times, maybe trying to see if that made a difference, like a kind of informal testing.
That level of detail is something else. And what about other smart entry techniques? Freddie Stokely Sr. had an unusual one.
Yeah, his strategy was to enter as late as you can without missing the deadline. His theory was it got his entries on the top of the pile.
Interesting theory. Even if sweepstakes operators say it's random.
Right. And interestingly, he also used visualization, picturing shaking hands with Ed McMahon. So maybe a blend of both worlds there.
That's a great point. The blend. Eric Walser, the contest counselor, he approached it like a hunt.
Yeah, combining contest hunting with shopping trips.
Yeah.
Very meticulous, specific paper size, block printing, even decorating envelopes. And he really stressed subscribing to contest newsletters, staying informed.
And then Bobby Jones, taking it to a whole other level. 8 correspondence courses, 8 degrees in contesting.
Unbelievable dedication, right? He meticulously studied sponsors' ads to tailor entries. Really focused on unique ideas for naming contests.
Look up what?
Like buff fluff for a chicken in a Bonami cleaner ad, won him a diamond necklace, his takeaway. Judges want something unique.
That seems key. Bobby Jones also brings up an important distinction, right? Contests versus sweepstakes.
Yes, and Howard Dewar from the Shepherd School clarifies it. Contests need thought or talent jingles, essays. Ingenuity boosts your chances there.
Okay.
Sweepstakes are pure chance. And that's where multiple entries really improve your odds significantly. Different games, different strategies.
So the core takeaway from this section, for you listening, while mindset is powerful, for a lot of these winners, consistent, strategic effort, really understanding the rules, and just sheer volume.
Yeah, those are undeniable factors. It's not just a grind, though. It's a smart grind. Adaptable, persistent. These winners are diligent, but also really tuned into the specific game they're playing.
Definitely. But okay, let's shift gears one last time. Beyond the prizes, the cars, the cash, the trips there, seems to be deeper, maybe more intangible rewards driving these folks. It's more than just the stuff.
Absolutely. Betty Stowell-Owens, who we mentioned earlier, really nails this talking about the intangible rewards.
What does she highlight?
She describes it giving her a new zest for living, a tingling sense of purpose, and this eager anticipation of what each day may bring. It keeps you thinking forward, she says, not stuck in the past.
That sounds like a really positive side effect, almost therapeutic.
It really does. And Harriet Brown echoes that, says contesting cures loneliness, heartache, and the blahs. Plus, she points out that people into contesting are generally optimistic people, fun to be around. It builds community.
And for many, it's just a fun hobby that almost anyone can do.
Exactly. Ken Slotnick calls it a fun hobby with that constant thrill checking the mail. He emphasizes how accessible it is. Anyone can get involved. Low barrier to entry paper, stamps, envelopes, pen. That's it.
Right.
He even wanted to get nursing home residents involved. Shows its broad appeal, potential for engagement. And Bobby Jones, he just found contesting relaxes him.
It's accessible, relaxing. But Harriet Brown also compared it to gambling, didn't she?
She did. Called herself a gambler at heart, acknowledging spending hundreds on entries each month. So yeah, for some, there's definitely an element of thrill-seeking, maybe calculated risk.
The excitement of the potential win.
For sure. And then for others, like Rick Clunn, the bass angler, it's about something much deeper, self-discovery. His belief that fishing is a vehicle to learn more about my human potential. That speaks to an intrinsic reward way beyond just winning, a path to personal growth.
So the final takeaway here for you. Winning isn't just about getting stuff. It can be this deeply engaging hobby. Fosters optimism, gives a sense of accomplishment, builds community, and even offers a path for self-exploration, personal fulfillment. The prizes might just be the visible part, the tip of a much bigger personal iceberg.
Well said. So as we've heard from this really fascinating group, people who achieve these remarkable wins, they seem united by one thing. They don't just leave it to chance.
They actively shape their reality. It's a powerful combo. Focus, mental discipline, positive thinking, visualization, even those trance states, and rigorous strategic effort. Sending thousands of entries, studying rules, knowing judges, varying mailings, all of it.
It's a truly compelling mix of belief and action, a real testament to how mindset and methodical work can intersect. These folks show that winning isn't just about what you're hoped for. It's about what you expect and what you actively do to make that expectation real.
So maybe the final thought is this. What if luck isn't just some random thing? What if it's actually the dynamic intersection of your mindset, your strategic approach, and your persistent, intelligent action?
Yeah. How might that blend mind over matter and matter of mind? How might that redefine what you think is possible in your own pursuits, whatever they might be? Something to think about.